Hi everyone, my name is Chisa. This research examines Shin's online shopping platform and its digital marketing influence on consumer buying behavior. So I'll do a quick review and give a brief explanation on the following slides since the presentation time is short. Shein is a Chinese online store that was established in 2008 and owned by Krigzu in Nanjing. Consumer behavior is how consumers develop opinions and responses. It's how consumers perceive and evaluate products and services in their purchase decisions. Digital media marketing influence, on the other hand, is the ability to create an effect that alters perceptions in order to initiate an expected behavioral response or evoke an emotional reaction in consumers. This theory sought to get a deeper insight into consumer behavioral patterns by reviewing consumer perception, their expectations, and how consumers interpret satisfaction. The life course paradigm reviewed consumer behavior as customers' sense of judgment, how they perceive what they expect, which is usually based on their past experience, the crowdsourcing concept. Here, brand give room for an open call where consumers discuss their ideas in relation to products and services. Brand use this approach a lot. Sorry, excuse me. Brand use this approach a lot, especially during or after shopping. They ask you for reviews and ways to serve you better. The reason action theory, this theory maintains that consumer behavior is based on some sort of reward consumers seek. And sometimes consumers shop not necessarily because they want to shop, but because they think their constant shopping gives them room to stand a chance or qualifies them for a reward like cash prize, free delivery, gift cards, and so on. This is usually seen when brands are running promotional sales, while other times consumers directly ask brands for this reward, which could be which could be sometimes for brand recognition, sometimes it's for prizes, some sort of reward and all of that. This consumer behavioral pattern, as stated by these scholars, were clearly seen on Shein online study. And then we have the consumer engagement. This is usually characterized by the number of likes, the comments, and views on a post or video post. Literatures on consumer behavior explains potential factors that can actually influence customer engagement, which could be brand giveaways, discount sales, promotion, or customer emotionality. The engagement platform is where consumers air their views and brands are exposed to their real user evaluations. The customer experience entails consumer satisfaction. I like the way a scholar Johnston explains it. He says satisfaction is when consumers' perception meets expectation, the consumer will be gratified. These are all marketplace experience consumers are exposed to. And then on the other hand, we have the post-purchase dissonance or buyer's remorse, which is the dissatisfaction people feel after purchase, which could lead to regret or a refund. We have the consumerism culture, which is usually seen in online shopping platforms. This has to do with constant buying habit by consumers who desire to enhance their lifestyles and reputations. There are a lot of factors that affect consumers' purchase decision. We have the culture and a lot of other factors. Like on Shein online study, I saw in the comments section where a consumer expressed her dissatisfaction that a particular dress posted by Shein was unacceptable in her culture because it was too short. And all these factors listed here indeed influence consumer buying behavior. This study aims to understand the impact of digital marketing ads on consumer buying behavior using Shein online study. And I deployed the descriptive method by using visuals to describe and analyze consumer experiences and engagement in order to evaluate the influence of digital ads on consumer buying behavior. The ethnography methodology is about understanding and discovering people's perception within a culture, and then it offers a transparent analysis by observing consumer behavior at a neutral stage where consumers share their purchase experiences unfiltered. The CCT model was used to review consumer buying behavior in Shein online market and its marketplace culture to answer my research question and my sub-research question. So the online study on Shein proved digital marketing ad did influence consumer buying decision, which had a ripple effect on their behavior because their comments depicted the culture of consumerism, addiction, bandwagon effect, low self-esteem, and lots more, really. Data was sourced from the primary, which is Shein Instagram visuals, and the secondary, which is the scholarly reviewed textbooks and journals. Data was gathered using the inductive thematic analysis, and the total sample size reviewed was 8,046. Out of this data, 172 comments and 46 visuals were selected, while others were considered irrelevant since it digressed from my research topic. When I started this research, I came with a deductive approach mindset. I intended to find themes that would fit my preconceived code, but I changed this approach because the qualitative method was subjective. So using the deductive approach for my research would give room for social context and sampling bias. That would mean me coming to confirm my perception to you. But that's not the essence of this research. The rationale behind this study is to confirm if people are influenced by digital ads, or am I alone in this ideology world? So I use the inductive thematic analysis to minimize bias and let the data speak for itself, which it did because from those engagements there were emerging themes and codes in respect to my research question and topic. So my sampling focus was on the moderate and the highest number of engagements in terms of likes and views, which is a good yardstick, but was not specific enough to clarify doubt and determine the precision of the influence of digital ads, especially knowing people like or view for different reasons. For me, sometimes I like for real, and other times, especially when I haven't posted in a while, I like a post because I want the Instagram algorithm to know, hey, I'm still here. So for this reason, I focused on comments rather than likes or dislikes to clear assumption because comments are very precise and pretty straightforward. It doesn't leave me guessing. Some comments were written in Spanish and other languages, but thank God for the AI translators. So for my investigation on Shein online study, I saw comments that did explain the impact of digital ads, which were all represented using the CCT model. So speaking of the consumer behavior, one of the factors the Diffrato mentioned amongst many others was the situational factor, which he likened to the current situation people find themselves in. This is true because when I relocated to Canada, without my family, life was something else. I don't want to go there. So I sought some way to stay happy. At that time, the e-commerce shopping platform was my best friend. I remember Colin Campbell in the literature review said the misconception about consumerism is that people think excessive buying brings happiness. And I'm laughing because I was caught in the very act, So I call it depressive shopping. When I'm sad, I don't eat, I shop. I've spent lots of money on it, but from my research, I can see that I am not alone. These digital ads really do have influence on consumer buying behavior with their strategic stunning display that gets you spending or buying again and again. Well, for me, I would say the online shopping platform, it's a hit and miss. Sometimes your expectations are delivered and other times you're dissatisfied. But then again, this digital ad persuades you to give it another chance. Thanks for listening. This is Chisa.